All right. Can you ladies see that slide?
Yep.
Yes, but is this math? Because we know I don't do math.
It's not math.
I'm happy to do math for you, Liz.
Okay, thank you, Kate.
So, Liz, the question is there anything that you would really like to do over the next 30 days? And let's focus on improving yourself. Let's not talk about to-do lists or must-dos or should-dos. Something you would really like to do consistently, some behavior. So that B stands for behavior.
Um, Meditate.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be like formal. I mean, I want to reflect at the end of every day and say, yes, I've spent 10 minutes doing nothing but just being.
Okay. Kate, what about you? Anything?
Stole mine, so choose a minute.
You could have the same one.
Actually, Liz, it would be great to have an accountability partner. So same. 10 minutes every day, meditate.
Okay. So
Yeah.
BJ's point is we can all have behaviors. That's the B that we want to do. And then we can suck at it. We can not do it. We can look back the day or look back the week and go, oh, what happened? And does that make us a bad person? No. Does it make us inept? No. Does it mean we were lying and we didn't really want to do it? No. The problem is most of us just think the behavior is related to M, which is motivation. And it's not just about motivation. Motivation is fickle. It's tricky. It comes and goes. Frankly, it can be a lot like that inner critic, which just woof, in and out. And so he's added a few things, which I think are pretty cool and kind of fun to play with. So the A is ability. When you think about the behavior that you want to create and you want that behavior to actually turn into a habit, are you truly able? Able meaning simple, simple, simple. So do you have the ability to meditate? I'm not sure. If it were that simple, maybe you would already be doing that. So let's back it up and make it super simple.
Yeah.
How would you start? What's a little starter?
Like the 10 minutes feels a little like intimidating. So maybe a minute. Maybe if we just did a minute, Liz, like we could do a minute.
I can totally get with a minute. And as you were talking about ability, I was thinking about the biggest thing that tanks my meditation is that I have ADHD. So I either like my brain is not wired to meditate. It's wired the opposite. And so I'll either forget to meditate or I'll start meditating. And the 12 squirrels, one of the squirrels in my brain will be like, oh, you know what? Guess you forgot to fill in the blank. So that's what came up in my mind when you said, do you have the ability? And so that's a struggle for me. And so if we said 1 minute, number one, that's a lot more doable. The other thing I was thinking about, when you say the word meditate, it's like almost you think of somebody with candles and a shrine and some like soft music and maybe some singing bowls. What came to my head was just lay down on the ground. Just lay down on the ground.
Yes.
Wherever you are. Try to make sure there's no dog hair or sticky substances, but just lay down on the ground.
Mm-hmm. So that is right along the path of you need to figure out how to start, not create big goals, even though 10 minutes of meditation might not sound big for others. For you, you really need to focus on ability to start. So Liz, it might not be a behavioral goal to meditate for 10 minutes. It might be to remember to lay down on the floor. You don't even have to say 1 minute. to lay down on the floor at least once per day. Now, we all hope that when you're laying down there, you will do something related to meditation, but one breath can be meditation, one deep breath. So that can actually be your behavioral goal. And P is prompt. The reason people forget, and everyone forgets to do these things, as well intended as they are because they don't have a prompt on a regular basis. Now, you can, of course, set a timer. You, of course, can put things on your calendar. What he suggests the best prompts are anchor prompts. And anchor prompts are things like stuff that you already do every day, like brush your teeth, like go to the bathroom, like, I won't say shower because that may not be a daily thing, but what are some things that you do every day?
She knows us well. She didn't say shower.
I shower every day.
Okay, she knows me well.
My kids do not. Showering is pretty optional.
I got mine in the nick of time right before this call. It's just that kind of time of year, right? So what is something that is an anchor for you that will prompt you at a time when the kids aren't going to be running in, the mom is not going to be calling, needing help, work's not going to be calling for something?
Well, Liz, what do you think about, like, we're already laying down when we're in bed and we wake up? Just taking one cleansing breath when we do that.
Yeah, it means that there's gonna need to be some unlearning that has to go along for me first. But I think it's doable. But when I open my eyes and I have my coffee right here, I'm lucky that I do get coffee delivered most days right to the side of my bed. My super strong impulse is to open my phone and look at the news and see what happened. So how would I go about kind of like changing? I have to like displace a prompt and plant a new prompt. What do you guys think about that? How does that happen?
Well, what comes to mind first is, like, you have a habit right there. So maybe instead of doing that, you lay your phone on your chest first. You have to do your meditation before you get your news junkies in.
Yeah. Or before you grab for your coffee, you just lay there and take one deep breath.
Okay.
Or you plug your phone in on the other side of the room so that you can do whatever order of breathe and coffee. And then you have to walk across the room or crawl across the bed before you grab your phone.
I like the idea of incorporating the phone into it. Like I take one sip of coffee because I really need my coffee hot. So take that first sip, put the phone, because the phone represents like everything, right? Everything that we need to do. And also our entertainment, right? And our connections. Like, it's everything for me, the phone. So I just put the phone on, like you suggest, on my chest, and I take one or two deep breaths, and maybe there's a sentence that I identify that I could say to myself, but like an intention. I could set an intention. It doesn't have to be, lofty.
Yes, you can make it bigger. You can always extend it, but the point is you don't have to.
So I keep my phone in the bathroom, very far away. And I do not get coffee delivered to me, but that's a lovely idea. So I think the thing I would have to unlearn is so my husband and I snuggle in the morning. So the dog, I think, is cold and he sleeps in between us now. This did not happen 7 months ago. He was at our feet, but now he sleeps in between us. And so I roll over and I'm in his crook, like, right. And I think that instead of talking, I think I just need to take some deep breaths at that, or one deep breath at that point.
One deep breath.
Okay, I have to run to my next meeting, but I am interested to hear how we're gonna like do our check-ins to, our accountability partners. So somebody say it here and then let me know how we're gonna be accountability partners.
Well, hang on, Liz.
I'm excited.
Hang on, Liz. The C at the end is celebration. So this will not turn into a habit unless after you take your breath, you internally celebrate in some way. It can be as simple as a woohoo. It can be a smile. It can be an because we're not used to celebrating ourselves. And that is the whole point. This allows you to feel good about yourself at least once a day.
This is so cool. Okay. I look forward to celebrating this habit with you guys.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So how do you want to be accountable with Liz?
Well, she's always by her phone. I'll text her.
Evidently.
Like that could be her thing, and she'll just text me, I just breathed.
Yeah. I just breathed. Are you alive? Yes, I'm alive. I just breathed.
I just breathed. And then she could text me, I could text her, because I imagine I get up a little bit earlier than she does.
Yeah, I would too. So just for whatever it's worth, mine is I'm always wanting to exercise more and be more active, especially this time of year. And so what I've landed on is, of course, I was going to run and then I was going to walk and then I was going to do all this stuff. And I decided now every time I get a text, I'm just going to assess, do I have a minute or two to walk around the room that I'm in? And if I don't, I don't. But at least it's a question that will be prompted by a text. Do I have time to walk around the room for a minute or two? And then if I do, I walk even farther. And I might actually walk outside for 5 or 10 minutes, but I know. So get up.
That's cool. I like that because that idea behind you might do it more because you really don't control how many people text you. And if I were a lovely friend who wanted to get you up and about, maybe I might text you.
Oh, no. That's true. That's the risk of this going public, isn't it? I'm going to start getting all kinds of texts. I'll just video me running around the house. No, my prompt asks me, do I have the opportunity? I can always say no.
And how will you celebrate?
I just do a little woohoo.
Yeah, I like the idea of like, go me.
Yeah, yeah, yay you, yay you. Exactly. All right. Well, thank you, Kate.
Thank you. Talk soon.
Talk soon. Bye.